Next up, we have Jane Velez-Mitchell. Jane is the editor of Jane Unchained, a social media news outlet that produces popular videos for animals, animal rights, the environment, and compassionate lifestyle. Jane's reporting on animal issues has won 4 Genesis Awards from the Humane Society of the United States. She has published 4 books by now, including a New York Times best-selling memoir. Jane hosted her own national cable TV show for 6 years and was also on the nationally syndicated TV show Celebrity Justice. She is also the director, producer of Anita Velez, Dancing Through Life, an award-winning documentary. She's worked coast to coast as a TV journalist for decades in popular TV channels. Please help me welcome Jane Velez-Mitchell.
Folks, Vegan Outreach, Veg Fund, Change.org, changing the world. Yeah, everybody here, and there are so many heroes like Rowdy Girl and so many other people in this room that are my heroes. So you can all teach me a lot, but what I want to talk to you about is we are peaceful warriors in an increasingly violent world, and the things that we've seen in the last few days are stomach churning, and we are here to practice peace and to spread the word of peace. Peace to all sentient beings. And we have a very peaceful weapon. I won't call it a weapon. I'll call it a tool. And it's a cell phone. And everything I've done is on video, so I'm going to focus on video, and you're going to see some snippets of longer stories that we've done. So let me start by saying, what is the challenge? The challenge is very, very simple. The challenge is there is a lack of mainstream media news coverage. There is a mainstream media news blackout, and it's very simple. Look at the advertisers, the meat and dairy industry, the fast food companies. They do not want the media covering animal rights or vegan issues, and therefore there is a news media blackout. And as Exhibit A, I want to tell you about a story involving Alex Hershaft, the man who made all of this happen, this conference and the farm animal rights movement. He called me somewhat desperate, saying he couldn't get coverage of a story where he was almost killed and it was all caught on videotape.
We were out there at 7 o'clock in the morning. Truck drivers carrying the pigs to the Smithfield slaughterhouse, trying to run us over. I sat down in front of it, the driver never slowed down. I was sitting, so I couldn't get up fast enough. I rolled out of the way, and the truck just missed me by about an inch.
All right, now here he is. He's almost run over. He's almost killed. He had the sighting video of himself almost being killed, and no TV station would cover it. To me, that is proof of a media blackout. So what I say is, what is the solution? What is the solution? Okay, all of you have that solution at your fingertips. Using a cell phone, we can become the news media. And we have to become the news media for animals. Now here's an example of another story that was ignored by mainstream media. National Animal Rights Day, 15 cities, hundreds of people, tremendously visual symbolism, no media coverage.
We are gathered here today on the 6th National Animal Rights Day in the United States and Canada to remember them, to name them, to love them, to cry for them, to fight for them, and to never forget them.
All right, so nobody covered this, okay? Even though there were three local news stations that, according to Elam Ori, the organizer of NARD, showed up at the Hollywood NARD event, and yet they could find no evidence on the website or anywhere else that any of this actually aired. Again, a sign of a mainstream media news blackout. Well, Jane Unchained covered it. We reached 710,000 people, and it was viewed 331,000 times. Our mission collectively is to report the stories they ignore. And we can all do this with our cell phone. I would love people in this room to put me out of business. I don't want the exclusive on any of these stories. Unfortunately, I have the exclusive. Check this one out. A superstar going to the Los Angeles School District to plead for vegan options, no media coverage.
More vegans every year. There are more vegans every year. So this is my home here in Los Angeles, and the school district needs to kind of step up and offer some healthy alternatives.
I'm Velez-Mitchell for Jane Unchained in downtown Los Angeles at the Los Angeles Unified School District headquarters, where a group of very concerned citizens have gathered to demand that the Los Angeles Unified School District provide plant-based options to students and an alternative to cow's milk. And they've got some very good arguments as to why that is essential for the health of the children of Los Angeles.
As a mother, it was important to me to be here because we are presented with a unique opportunity to help this generation of young people become more compassionate, be kinder to the environment, and make healthier lifestyle choices.
Okay, so again, isn't that a news story? Yeah. Anderson going to the Los Angeles School District to demand vegan options? No media coverage, and they'll cover anything else she does, you know that, right? So we covered it, we reached 860,000 people, and it got 267,000 views. It's very important that all of us take advantage of all the new tools, like Facebook Live. Here's an example of a DXC story that we did live at San Francisco's famous Westfield Mall and Food Court. Hundreds of activists marching, demanding the end to animal agriculture and shouting, "It's not food, it's violence, a peaceful disruption." How dramatic is this? And we have just begun to fight. But again, nobody covered that, and we covered it, and it got, let's see here, 386,000 people reached 136,000 views. Now, this is so important for the activists too, because I've gotten a lot of activists come up to me and say, "Thank you for covering that." Imagine putting all this work into a demonstration and nobody sees it but the people walking by. And so, you know, if a tree falls and no one hears it, does it make a sound? Everybody with a cell phone can be going Facebook Live. How many people? We've been here, what? A day and a half. I've gone live 3 times here at this conference. How many people have been using their Twitter, their Instagram, their Snapchat? Facebook Live. We got a Facebook Live in the back. We got a Facebook Live. If every single hand, let's just do it for demonstration purposes. If every single hand raised up, Facebook Live, put all your hands up. Imagine how many more people we could reach. This is what we need to start doing, using these tools. You know, I have people who say to me, "Oh, I'm not on Facebook." You know what? Get over it. That luxury. All right, we've got to remake the rules. And one of the ways to do that is by doing imaginative demonstrations and covering them. This is a demonstration that DXC did and collectively free at a Whole Foods meat counter. They essentially turned this meat counter into a steak.
Humane meat is alive because their lives are their right, just as ours are ours.
So you have to think outside the box, just like the Revolutionary War soldiers did not beat the British by playing their game. Okay, we all have to think outside the box, using a Whole Foods meat counter as a stage, and then not just doing that, but making sure you document and distribute everything that you do in terms of a demonstration. Also, I think it's important to find your own voice as individuals. You really should brand yourself as a social media personality. I'm going to use my girlfriend, who's right here. She is snarky quite often, and so she decided to call herself that snarky vegan girl. And she started to do There she is, that snarky vegan girl, talking about things in her own room.
Those animals were not gently being euthanized. They were not quietly Let's be real. Are we coming up with names like humane meat or humanity raid so that people can feel better about their choices?
So, I go to her, I say, are you just talking to yourself or are you doing a video in there? But, this is an example of how you don't even need a demonstration. You can, with your own cell phone camera in your room or your desk, raise a question. That video she did has sparked a lot of debate on social media, and debate's a good thing. You don't want everybody to agree with you. Okay, so here's another young man who has been making waves on social media just with his cell phone.
Another day in the life video so soon. Check it out. I'm going to
He
meet
goes
some
around
friends for some
and
brunch.
he talks to
Then I'm going to
people
go
and asks them questions in front of his videotapes it, and he's become a YouTube star. And
Bye.
So, you wouldn't kill animals unnecessarily, let's say.
Yes.
If it's not necessary, you wouldn't kill them.
Yes.
So, what if I told you that it's not necessary to eat animals either?
What?
you can also turn your vegan meals into a show. That's what we're doing with something called Lunch Break Live. And we're doing on Facebook every day, Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. Pacific. We're doing a live cooking show. And guess what? It's reaching a lot of non-vegans.
Let's get to it,
So it's not
100 tablespoons of flaxseed, ground flaxseed, because this is going to act like our egg.
So it's very important for you to take every opportunity, whether you're making lunch, whether you're at a vegan event, whether you're at a protest, to really go and videotape it, go live, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. You need to be working at all times. Forget talking to other vegans. Stop talking to other vegans. Okay? Here we were. There's a new show called Plant-Based by Nasika. It's going to air on A&E's FYI channel, 7:30 a.m. July 27th. We went live from a rooftop in Manhattan.
Velez-Mitchell on top of New York City at the Monarch Rooftop Lounge for the launch party of Plant-Based by Nasika, a groundbreaking new show that's going to debut on A&E's FYI network, July 27th, 7:30 a.m. Be there or be square. And the celebs are here tonight. The beautiful Katy Perry, the glamorous and gorgeous Simone Fleiss of Dead Pictures. Now, I know you're pretty soft-spoken, but speak up. Speak up. Why are we here?
We're here to support a vegan diet, a healthy lifestyle, and to teach people that it's really important to live consciously and compassionately.
So the bottom line